Hi and welcome back to class of Product Development and Entrepreneurship. I am Hitesh Raiyani, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. This is lecture 21, Entrepreneurship Process. The learning outcomes of these lectures is to learn the steps in entrepreneurship process and what is the role of entrepreneurship in economic development. So first we learn in these chapters what is the steps in entrepreneurships, which are the steps in entrepreneurship process, and then we learn the role of entrepreneurships in economic development. So let's start our lecture with the entrepreneurship process. So step in entrepreneurship process, there are the 5 steps in entrepreneurship process. First step is the discovery, second is the concept development, third is the resourcing, fourth is the actualization, and fifth is the harvesting. As we all know that the entrepreneurship is the starting of new business or ventures and has the higher risk. So the first step of entrepreneurship process is the discovery. So it discovers the ideas of entrepreneurs in the frame. So first is the discovery. After the idea generations or discovers the ideas of entrepreneurs, the next step is to develop the concept or to plan to draw the business plan. And after that, the third step is resourcing. As we all know that to run the business plans we need the resourcing. So in third step the resources is identified and acquired, and fourth is the actualization. So after the business plans and identify and acquire the resources, now next step is the actualizations of the business plans and utilizations of the resources by allocating it. And fifth is the harvesting, which is considered for the future growth of the entrepreneurship. So let's start the discussions of these all steps in details. So first step is the discoveries. So discovery is the first step or first stage in entrepreneurship process, and in this stage the entrepreneurs generate ideas, recognize opportunities, and study the market. So mainly the activities in this stage is consider the customer needs and wants and conduct the survey and questionnaires for the testing of market is done. So after that, the second step in entrepreneurship process is the concept development. In this stage, the develop a business plan. So business plan is developed. A business plan is nothing but the detailed proposals describing the business ideas. So activity done in this stage is the mission statement is prepared, choose the business locations where the business is located, and thinking and decision is taken, will the patent or trademark is required. That all things is done in this concept development stage. After that, the third stage is the resourcing. In this stage, the entrepreneur identifies and acquires the financial, human, and capital resources needed for the venture startups. So mainly the activities for this resources stage is startup resources, identify the potential investors. As we all know that for the starting of venture or business we need capitals. So in this stage also identify the which are the potential investors to invest in your business plans, and apply for the loan, grant, and assistance, and hire the employee. As we know that we need the employee to run our business plan, so hire the employee is done in this third stage. After that, fourth is the actualization. So now a business plan is ready, and all the resources which is required for the to run the business plans is also available. So now the fourth stage is to actualizations of business plan. Or in this stage the entrepreneurs operate the business plan or business and utilize the resources, available resources to achieve its goals or objectives. So activity is mainly done in this stage is the grand openings, day-to-day operations. All these things is done in actualizations. And next step in entrepreneurship process is the harvesting. So in this stage, entrepreneurs decides the ventures, futures growth or development. These all things is decide in this stage. So mainly activities in this stage is think decision is taken for the 5 years and 10 years plans, considering the additions of locations for the future growth, providing the products and different products or services, and this think regarding will you go for the publics, or this all things is done in this harvesting stage. So these are the 5 steps in entrepreneurship process. So now next is the role of entrepreneurships in economic development. Now we all know that entrepreneurship is the starting of new business. So what is the role of this entrepreneurship in economic development? So the important roles that entrepreneurship plays in economic developments are: first is the promotes capital formations. As we know that to run the entrepreneurships we have to use the capitals, or here the ideal saving of public is utilized, and so by mobilizing the ideal saving of public, entrepreneurs promotes capital formations. So and also they employs their own as well as they borrows the resources for the setting up their entrepreneurs. So this promotes the capital formations. Second role of entrepreneur in economic development is the create large scale employment opportunities. As we know that we need employees to run the business plan, or to start the new business or start the venture. So the immediate large scale employment to the unemployment is given by the entrepreneurs, and many job opportunities are created for the others. Next is the promotes the balanced regional development. So if you think that there are the undevelopment regions, and the entrepreneurs develop the industries in these particular less developed and backward areas, so the growth of industries and business in these areas lead to a large number of public benefits like road transportations, health, educations, entertainment, etc. So it promotes the balanced regions development. Balanced regions means the regions which is undeveloped. So it promotes the balanced region which is undeveloped. Next is the reduced concentrations of economic power. So as we know that industries development normally leads to concentrations of economic power in the hand of few individual businessmen. So there are the chances of growth of monopolies. So if there are the new entrepreneurs in market, by these problems is so the concentrations of economic power can reduce by the introducing the more and more entrepreneurs, or developing the more and more entrepreneurs in the market, so which can reduce the concentrations of economic powers against the populations. And next is the improvement in in living standard. So as we know that the living standards of the persons is characterized the economic development of particular areas of particular countries. So the increasing in the standard of living of the peoples is characterized features of the economic development of the countries. And next is the promotes countries export trade. So as new enterprises opens, and entrepreneurs are start up their business, so there are the promotes the country export trade. and entrepreneurs also create the social change as by developing the new products. Also entrepreneurs all create the social change and creative innovations. So by the creative innovations we can also help in our economic development. So these are the roles of entrepreneurships in economic development. So in these lectures, we first learn what is the steps in entrepreneurship process. There are the 5 steps. First is the discovery, second is the concept development, third is the resources, fourth is the actualizations, and fifth is the harvesting. And then we learn the roles of entrepreneurships in economic development. So in our next lectures, we will learn which are the impact factors on emergence of entrepreneurships and managerial versus entrepreneur approach. Thank you.